let's get into the NFL. NFL's king year. We told you guys we were going to give you our predictions. We've done the AFC West, NFC West. We've done the East. And then now we are going.
We're going to do the South.
The South, man.
And next week we'll cap it off with the North.
Yes. Eddie Money. Where are we going first, Eddie Money?
So we can start off with the lowest of the low.
The dirty?
Yeah, the Panthers.
I'm going to say 4 wins max for the Panthers. 3 or 4.
I didn't like that first round pick of Leggett. I thought there was better receivers.
That sounds like a little bit of being a hater.
I
like the kid.
I like the kid. I think you could have got him.
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a great personality. Did you see that one meme where they just wrote what he was saying without?
Like Shaq.
Oh my God,
dude, do that shit
freaking crazy.
And screw the people in the comments that are making fun of him like he can control the shit, like he can control
his accent.
Yeah. Like, bro, that's where the fuck he comes from. Like,
all right, so we got their total at 5.5.
Oh, under.
Really?
It's even. There's no like.
I like the under, but I'd like to go through their schedule first.
Before we get into that, let me ask you this: if they win 5.5, if they win 4, do you just toss Bryce Young to the side? Is he ruined? Is his confidence ruined?
They don't have a team, Eddie.
I know,
they just got rid of their best defensive player.
Hard.
They got rid of their only weapon they had for him.
Yeah,
his best player was a receiver who's past his prime, and he's white.
Oh yeah,
like that's a double negative.
He's a
that's a double
entendre.
He's a meniscus away from calling games on ABC,
bro. He was, yeah. So white receiver and past his prime.
Double negative.
Recipe for trouble. That's a double negative, man.
I wonder if he's even going to be on. They need him, right?
They need everybody. So,
well, let's go through this really fast.
Oh no.
All right. So NFC South, I think 4, 3-4. But let's go through it. Week 1.
Week 1, they are at New Orleans Saints.
Loss.
Yeah.
Week 2, home against the Chargers.
Loss.
Week 3 at the Raiders.
Loss.
Week 4, home against the Bengals.
Loss.
Week 5 at Chicago.
Loss.
Week 6, home against the Falcons.
Home against the Falcons.
Home. Loss.
Give them a win.
No.
Oh, wow. Ruthless.
Too early.
Week 7 at Washington.
Win.
Week 8 at Denver.
Win.
Week 9, home against the Saints.
Win.
No, I think they lose. I don't think
those were the Saints.
I'm pretty sure they split last season.
Yeah, they did.
All right, let's give them a win.
Okay,
I don't want
we'll give them a win.
We'll give them a win.
Week 10, home against the Giants.
Loss.
Week 11, bye.
Loss.
Week 12.
Some motherfuckers are going to lose that week.
Going into home against the Chiefs.
Loss.
Oh, God.
Week 13, home against the Bucks.
Loss.
Week 14 at Philly.
Loss.
A loss.
Week 15 at home against the Cowboys.
Loss.
Week 16, home against Arizona.
That could be a win. I'm going to give a win. I'm going to give a win. I don't want to, but I need to find 4.
Week 17 at Tampa.
Loss.
Week 18 at Atlanta.
Loss.
The loss probably. I think 4.
You got it right on the nail, my friend.
4. 3-4 for me. I like the under on Atlanta. I mean, on Carolina, under 5.5 for me is for sure.
That's tough. The owner's going to go crazy because he's so sensitive.
You have like 2 off. You have like 2 buys for seasons with them. Like next year, if you're going to end up getting a top 2 or 3 pick, but you lost your best defensive player. Like that's, and you don't have anything. All right, so you drafted a receiver in the first round.
Like,
let's see how that goes.
The 7th best receiver.
Well, that's, an opinion. We will wait to see until the games go.
Too early.
Too early, baby. Damn right. We don't do draft grades here this early.
Did you guys see the video right before the draft where a restaurant close to the stadium put on their marquee, let the football players pick our pick or something like that?
Oh God.
He stopped at the restaurant.
Oh, and he went in, right?
He went in there and let me see your owner and started arguing with this, this hostess.
Yeah, I saw
this
that.
hostess. Like, bro, you are a billionaire owning an NFL team. and you've already been called out. He's already been done stupid shit. He's already been caught on public arguing with people. You gotta have thicker skin. You gotta be smarter than that.
You got to be a billionaire doing billionaire shit. Billionaires don't
Yeah.
just walking around
Yeah.
You're
arguing
not
with people.
stopping at Tom's Crab Shack, and
Yeah.
bitching about a marquee. That is effing crazy.
It's
So
insane. But anyways,
Fun fact though, Bryce Young was at Killarney as an HP this weekend.
nice.
all right. Did he grow any?
No, he's still tiny.
On to the next one, Eddie Money. What do we got?
Falcons, I'm gonna say
Let me tell you.
What did Ryan give him?
Ryan gave them, and it has come out as they are statistically the
They have like a bottom 3 schedule.
the easiest schedule.
Oh, for sure.
They're at the bottom. And I think Ryan said something crazy like 13 or 14 wins.
I'm gonna give Atlanta.
It's like getting 12.
I'll give him 10 to 11.
I can't remember. It just
He gave
was-
him 12.
I'm
I
gonna
thought.
say 10 to 11 for Atlanta, but we'll look at the schedule now.
Their line is 9.5 on the season.
I take the over.
That's
on
an
Atlanta.
easy over.
I take the over.
How is that easy?
There's nothing easy when it comes to the NFL except the under on Carolina and the under on Denver.
9.5, Rafa.
I like the over.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it not higher?
Oh.
No, bottom 3 schedule. You just confirmed it.
Bottom 3 ranked on last year's schedules for these teams.
Yes.
So
which
that's the
I
thing.
agree with.
That's the problem with this strength of schedule shit. Like it's strength of schedule with the shit from last year. Like the records from last year, not from this year.
Yeah.
Like that they don't take into consideration any signings and any
Yeah.
of that shit. So, but let's go through it.
Week 1, you got home against Pittsburgh.
Oh, loss.
Oh, we know that's a loss.
Week 2 at Philly.
Loss.
Week 3, home against Kansas City.
Oh, these motherfuckers gonna struggle early. I think they're 0-3. My God.
Wait, who's this again? Atlanta?
This is Atlanta.
Well, they had Carolina first, right?
No.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh at home.
Okay.
I think that's a loss. I'm gonna give them a loss.
That's for sure a loss.
I like Pittsburgh.
Yes, they had home against Pittsburgh, at Philly,
Okay.
and then home against Kansas City.
Those are losses.
Yeah,
I
go
think
3
Michael
losses.
Penix starting week 4 the way we're running this shit. What else we got?
Week 4, home against the Saints.
Yeah, I win that.
Week 5, home against the Bucks.
I think they win that as well.
Week 6 at Carolina.
Win.
Week 7, home against Seattle.
Win.
Win.
Week 8 at Tampa.
I think they lose that one.
Week 9, home against Dallas.
Loss.
Week 10 at New Orleans.
That's a loss. Come on, man. At New Orleans.
At
And you
New
know
Orleans.
how
Split.
much.
Loss. All right.
You sound defeated. Fuck. Week 11 at Denver.
Oh, win. Easiest win of the season.
Week 12 bye. And then they go home against LA Chargers.
Win.
Week 14 at Minnesota.
Win.
Week 15 at Las Vegas. Monday Night Football.
I think that's a loss.
Week 16 home against New York Giants.
I think they win that.
Week 17 at Washington.
Win.
Week 18 home against Carolina.
Win. How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's where I'm at with them. 10 or 11.
Okay.
10 or 11.
That's-
The schedule starts tough.
it does.
Oh, yeah. That's a first rough 3.
Yeah, it's the rough 3 that's you're going to be facing Russell Wilson,
Now let me get
the Steelers. Then you got Jalen Hurts on the road, and then you got Mahomes.
let me ask you this. Do you see Kirk Cousins getting benched for
No.
Penix
When
at any time in the season?
they have 2 tough stretches on their schedule, the very beginning and the middle.
Yeah.
The problem is that if you start, let's say in their first 5, if they go 1-4, when they should realistically be either 3-2 or 2-3, week 1 against Pittsburgh, they're probably favored. But if they're favored at home, it's maybe 2.5, 2.5, which means that Vegas would have Pittsburgh at a better team. I don't know what the line is now. I don't know if you can look it up, but
According to you, they're 17-0.
Steelers.
16-1. 16-1.
Not yet. We haven't got the Steelers yet, but I have given them a handful of wins in the other teams we've done.
Yes.
So, but, if they're like 1-4, 1-5 with Kirk Cousins, I think you got to, pull the plug, which will be kind of fucked up because then you give Michael Penix, he'll play in kind of the easier part of the the schedule.
which happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
It does
Right,
happen
so-
all the time.
But I don't know. According to me, they start somewhere around 4-3, and then kind of.
When I think of Falcons, I know they have some good corners, but I can't really think of any studs there on that defense. I know the offense is stacked. Offense has talent everywhere.
The thing is, forget about the studs. They were a top 15 defense last year.
Yeah, under
That's the thing.
galore.
Yeah.
So they're a top 15 defense last year. Now you're adding a quarterback. Like last year, they were in the hunt the entire season. So that's what everybody's like. It's not only based off of Kirk Cousins, it's based off of last season, and now we're adding Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So I think 10 wins. I'd take the over on Atlanta. Over on Atlanta for sure. Let's do the New Orleans Saints.
Aints.
I'm gonna say 9 to 10 for the Saints. But their win total is probably 8.5.
I'm gonna say
What's their
7.5.
Is it 7.5? If it's 7.5,
I'm
I like
saying
the over.
7.5. Not everyone could have fucking 9 wins in the NFL.
It's 7.5.
Oh, I like the over.
Bang!
I like the over on Saints.
All right. Saints week 1, home against Carolina.
That's a win.
Week 2 at Dallas.
Loss.
Week 3 home against Philly.
I think they win that game.
Wow.
I think at home, I think they win that game.
Week 4 at Atlanta.
That's a loss.
Loss.
Week 5 at Kansas City.
That's a loss.
Week 6 home against Tampa.
That's a win.
Week 7 home against Denver.
That's an easy win.
Week 8 at the Chargers.
I think they lose that game.
Week 9 at Carolina.
Win.
Week 10 home against Atlanta.
Win.
Week 11 home against the Browns.
Loss.
Week 12 bye. Then they stay home against the Rams
I think they can win that game.
off the bye.
Yeah.
Week 14 at New York Giants.
I think they win that game as well.
Week 15 home against Washington.
Oh, that's a win.
Week 16 at Green Bay.
Oh, loss.
Week 17 home against the Raiders.
Home. I think they win that game. But I don't know. It's a 50-50 ring. What's week 18?
At Tampa.
Oh, fuck. How many wins do we have, Ed?
Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then the one in the top 10. 9 or 10. 9 or 10. That
Wow.
9 or 10. I think they could beat the Eagles. They'll be at home. I think they could beat the Eagles. I'm not that high on the Eagles.
Why?
I mean, they revamped their defense, and they did get Saquon. I think they're going to be a much more running team. You know, the offense struggles. They still have. Look at the talent they
I think
have.
what do
on
we give the
offense.
Eagles? What do I give the Eagles?
Are
11?
you not high on the Eagles, or are you not as high as everybody else?
I'm not as high. I'm at 11, I think, with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think you had him at 11.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at 11 and possibly even 10. But I just think New Orleans at home early in the season.
I think they can get out. I know there was a 4-year deal with Derek Carr. I think there's an option here to.
Did they draft Spencer Rattler?
Yes.
Ooh,
It's Spencer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure because somebody told me and they were not last week. I don't think it was last week. When were they all at the Coliseum? With what is it, Fanatics or
Oh yeah. Where they do
for
the rookie, like
yes.
photo shoot and yeah.
Yes. All right. So supposedly a guy who was there, he said, and he didn't know who the guy was, but he said, out of all the guys that I met there, that Caleb was the worst as far as attitude-wise, etc.
Shocking.
That the quarterback from the Saints, and he didn't know who he was. He didn't know the name. He goes, the quarterback from the Saints and the quarterback from the Vikings were the two that I felt
Biggest
were,
douchers.
no, that he actually felt that he goes, they're going to be pretty good.
Oh,
That's what he said.
really?
That's what he said. And he didn't know who they were. He only knew Caleb and Jaden. So, but
I mean, listen, he's gotten so just trashed everywhere for something he did on the quarterback show.
I've always liked him as a
How?
player.
How?
I liked him.
Oh, as a player.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about these people as people.
Well, that's where
Yeah.
Listen, he's never not been above average. I mean, he was projected at Oklahoma. He was the favorite to win the Heisman. He was projected first round and maybe top 5 pick. And then Caleb Williams comes in. They struggle a little bit at Oklahoma. Caleb takes the job, and Caleb shoots up into the atmosphere and becomes a superstar. So
I like him.
but you like people that everyone hates.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
100,000%.
You gotta take that into account, CJ.
100%.
Yeah.
But has he done anything on the field where it's made people not like him? Has he done that?
He sucks.
I don't know about that. See, I don't think that. You got to remember, he went to South Carolina. If he would have been on Alabama, you wouldn't think that, because Milton couldn't throw. Can't throw. Spencer could throw the ball.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything on the field, at least that I've seen, where it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking douchebag on the field.
He has arm talent.
I've seen Caleb Williams literally sit opposite his teammates after turnovers.
Yeah.
So that I've seen, fucking from here to there.
Well,
But anyways, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Saints. Or no, we did the Saints. Tampa Bay. I'm going to say 8-9. Where we at?
The Bucks are at 8.5, and the under is heavily favored.
Yeah, that one
Minus
is
150.
that one I don't touch.
Yeah.
8-9 though. What do we got?
No one gives a shit about Tampa Bay, man.
It's true. Brady's gone. Nobody gives a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Week 1, home against Washington.
It's a win.
Week 2 at Detroit.
Loss.
Week 3, home against Denver.
Oh, win. Everybody's winning that.
Week 4, home against Philly.
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah, loss.
Week 5 at Atlanta.
I think they split Atlanta 1-1.
Yeah. So we'll give him a loss there.
Week 6 at New Orleans.
1-1 as well.
Week 7, home against Baltimore.
Oh, loss.
Week 8, home against Atlanta.
Win.
Yeah. 1-1.
Week 9 at Kansas City.
Loss.
Week 10, home against the Niners.
Oh, loss.
Week 11, bye. Then they go to play the New York Giants away.
I think the Giants win that game,
I agree.
even after a bye.
Week 13 at Carolina.
That's a win.
Week 14, home against the Raiders.
At home?
Yeah.
Loss. Go Raiders.
Raiders.
Week 15, away against the Chargers.
They lose that game.
Week 16 in Dallas.
Loss.
Week 17, home against Carolina.
Win.
And then home against the Saints for week 18.
Yeah,
They
it's
would
a split. So
that
what do we
would
got?
be a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, 8. Around 8. 8-9 for me.
Yeah.
8-9 for Tampa. That's one we don't touch the total.
If you had to put money on it.
If I had to, under. If I had to.
And I don't like their first round pick. I don't like the kid from Penn State. He's a workout warrior. He's the combine, takes his shirt off. Everyone's like, oh, but if you look, Chop Robinson, I believe.
I thought he went to the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, he did go. Who was the first round pick for Tampa Bay?
Getting your Florida teams all fucked up.
Yeah, I was in the right state.